So today we're talking about place value, and so this video will be introducing place value to decimal places. Okay, we're starting off with a number that is 624, but what is the value of those numbers, those digits inside of the place value? So that is we are in Texas, of course. We've said that before. So with our being in Texas, you will hear me talk about TEKS. So that is just the standard of what a student should know about. This particular one is 5.2a, which is what a 5th grade student would know about place value. Students have been introduced to place value prior to 5th grade, but we are doing a quick review on a smaller number to kind of build this number. So here, our students would know about how to make what's called a place value chart. So we're going to do place value chart. This really helps to visualize the numbers, and so students have a really good idea of the value of numbers. You'll also hear me call the place value chart a PVC, which is just short for place value chart. Okay, let's get started. I like to start with my place value chart with my smaller numbers that they're familiar with, so that ones place value, tens, and then hundreds. Okay. And once you have the labels for your place value chart, then you can place your number. So I would say 4, 2, 6. Again, I'm writing from left to right. Students can just place them in from right to left if they would like. But if you have students, especially students who are struggling with place value or struggling with copying the number into the place value chart, if they have some sort of accommodation or difficulty with visual processing, I think it's ideal to either have a place value chart already done and then to place the numbers in one at a time from left to right. Okay, so here, if we're asking the value of the 2, a student can say 2 tens. Okay, and then if they're saying 2 tens, then they understand that they could count by tens, so 10 and then 20. So the value of this 2 would be 20. As for the 6, the value of the 6 would be 600. So it really helps them to understand the value of the numbers in each place. Okay. So next, let's build our number a bit. I'm going to use the same first 3 digits and then add on. Okay. Put my comma here. So we're using the same number, we just added on a bit. So now our place value chart is going to expand. It's going to include more place values. I'm going to write my ones first, my tens, my hundreds. My next period would be thousands, and then 10,000s, and then we would keep going from here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and place my comma to make sure that our number gets placed in the correct order. So 5, 7, 4, 2, and 6. Notice how the value of the digits that we already had, they've moved over, so their value has changed. Okay, so we would say this number ending with the period. So we go 62,000, so 62,000s, and then 475. So we wouldn't go 62,475 because we don't need to say and here. We want to keep our number together. So 62,475. In 5th grade, they have increased to decimals. So actually they start that in 4th grade here in Texas. So I'm going to go same number. Okay, I'm going to put my decimal here. All right, so this number we're using our same place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds, then this would be thousands, don't forget your comma, and then this would be 10,000s. Okay, on the other side of that ones place, our numbers, the value is decreasing by a multiple of 10, right? So that's like divided by 10. I'm going to put this decimal by itself, and I'll tell you why in a bit. This first place value after the decimal is tenths, and that is with a TH. And then the next one is hundredths with a TH, okay? I'm not representing it here today, but the next one will be thousandths. I'm going to do thousandths like that with a TH, okay? So, and why don't I go ahead and put a number here? Because in 5th grade here, they're going to need that thousandths place. When they're copying the number here, I'm going to go 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and write your number. All right, so when you are asked the value of a number, so this 4 and this 4 have a different value. The digit is the same, but their value is different. The digit is the same, they're both 4s, but their value is different. This 4 is 400. This 4 is 4 tenths. Okay? All right, so that is why it's important. We need to know the value of our numbers, where they sit in the numbers. So here. We could also take this and show that this 4 is decimal point. 4 is also, you might see it written as 4 tenths. These numbers are equivalent. Those are the same things. Okay? Now, I talked about how I wanted to put the decimal point separately. The reason why I want to do that is because decimal points say and. What we typically will hear students say is 62,475.432, and they have a difficult time saying the number appropriately. So we would say 62,475 and 432 thousandths. We're also just making sure that they know how to say the word. How to say the number, because that also takes control of that value, lets them know about that value of the number. So that's an important skill to have. I'll have another video that talks about expanding this number so that we are doing expanded form, but I wanted to make sure that you know a place value and why that's important. Just knowing the value of the digits where they sit in the number is important, and how to say this word. So this number again would be 62,475 and 432 thousandths. Okay? All right. Can't wait to see you in the next video. And remember, although it's good to do math in your head once you get really good at it, but we want to make sure that students are using scratch paper to start until they master the content and are able to do that math in their head.